conspiracy theories going along, and I don't think the FBI, I think the FBI is wasting their time if they're doing it.
The Daily Show has taken aim at U.S. President Donald Trump following the sudden death of Senator Lindsey Graham, delivering a biting joke that linked Trump's two most well-known political allies, Lindsey Graham and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The show's satirical take comes as conspiracy theories continue to swirl online, even though medical officials have already confirmed Graham's cause of death. Here's what happened. On the latest episode of The Daily Show, guest host Michael Costa opened the program by joking that Donald Trump had endured a difficult weekend. Costa quipped that Trump had lost his best friend and suggested, tongue firmly in cheek, that his other best friend was somehow responsible. Displaying side-by-side photos of Lindsey Graham and Vladimir Putin, Costa joked, "Trump might be a little down. He's had a sad weekend. His best friend was poisoned by his other best friend." Costa quickly clarified the joke before viewers could take it literally. No. Putin did not kill Lindsey Graham while he was in Ukraine. It's just a suspicious coincidence that makes a lot of sense when you think about it. The audience erupted in laughter as Costa mocked the wave of online speculation that has surrounded Graham's death. The jokes come against the backdrop of an already extraordinary story. Lindsey Graham had spent Friday in Ukraine meeting President Volodymyr Zelensky, where the longtime Republican senator discussed efforts to tighten sanctions against Russia. Graham, one of Washington's strongest supporters of Ukraine throughout the war, returned to the United States on Saturday. Later that evening, emergency services rushed to his Washington, D.C. home after reports of a cardiac emergency. Police scanner audio later revealed first responders repeatedly knocked on the door before requesting police assistance to force entry into the residence. CPR was performed, but Graham could not be saved. He was 71 years old. The Washington, D.C. medical examiner later ruled that Graham died from an aortic dissection, a serious medical emergency involving a tear in the body's main artery. Authorities found no evidence of foul play. Despite that, conspiracy theories exploded across social media. Some online users questioned whether Graham's recent trip to Ukraine had anything to do with his death, while others speculated, without evidence, that foreign actors were somehow involved.
They say it's almost undetectable. You can detect it by if you have a very bad back. That's a sign, it's a bad sign. There's not much, so I don't see a lot of people there. I know there's all sorts of conspiracy theories going along, and I don't think the FBI, I think the FBI is wasting their time if they're doing that. Yeah.
U.S. President Donald Trump is facing fresh backlash after dismissing questions surrounding the death of Senator Lindsey Graham. Speaking from the Oval Office, Trump acknowledged the conspiracy theories flooding social media, but insisted the FBI is wasting their time.
Also ask, are you aware of why the FBI is looking into Senator Graham's death? Have you gotten any updates on why they were at his home?
Well, I don't know why, because I think, he had a problem. His father had a very similar problem, as you know. It's very unique. At first I heard it was clogged arteries, because he did have clogged arteries. He had a problem with with that. He was, I wish he took better care of himself. I say, you can solve that problem, but what happened is actually something that's very hard to detect. It was not related to any blockage. It was a totally different thing. And supposedly, and I've watched all the medical reports, I've had the doctors from the White House come in and explain what happened. And this is something that is almost undetectable. And if it happens, there's not much you can do about it. Sounds unfortunate, but there's not much you can do about it. If you look at his father died of the same thing at about the same age. So there was not much. They say it's almost undetectable. You can detect it by if you have a very bad back. That's a sign. It's a bad sign. So if anybody has a bad back, it's a pretty rough thing to think about. But the fact that's one of the primary signs. And he would tell me he had a bad back. But little did anyone realize it was for that. So, and when that bursts, which it did, it burst. There's not much. So I don't see a lot of evil there. I know there's all sorts of conspiracy theories going along, and I don't think the FBI. I think the FBI is wasting their time if they're doing it. Yeah.
The president was responding after reporters asked why FBI agents were seen at Graham's home in Washington following the South Carolina senator's death at the age of 71. The remark spread across social media within minutes, with critics accusing Trump of sounding unusually dismissive, while conspiracy theories exploded online. Some users called the comments the most insensitive description of Lindsey Graham's death. Others claimed Trump's words only fueled more suspicion, despite offering no evidence to support those claims. Posts online speculated about everything from a cover-up to foreign involvement, while others argued the FBI's presence must have had a routine investigative purpose. Some users even claimed if Trump says they're wasting their time, something isn't right. Others wrote, so he knows what really happened. Another viral post read, in Trump speak, that means Graham was murdered. Several comments went even further, alleging foreign involvement or suggesting investigators were destroying evidence. None of those claims have been supported by evidence. Meanwhile, officials have released the first medical findings. Washington's chief medical examiner said a preliminary examination found Graham died from an aortic dissection caused by arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease, meaning a rupture of the aorta linked to hardened arteries. Authorities are still waiting for toxicology results, along with other laboratory testing, before the investigation is fully completed. But instead of calming the speculation, Trump's latest comments have poured more fuel on a fire already burning online. It's not the first time the president has addressed the conspiracy theories surrounding Lindsey Graham's death, and critics say his latest remark only reignited the debate, even as authorities continue pointing to natural causes and await the remaining test results.